Dr. Mwangi Ngumo is the current chair of the Board of Advisors at Opticom Kenya Limited. He is also the CEO of Thai Africa Leadership Institute and has previously served as the CEO of Ken Invest and the Kenya Institute of Management. Dr. Ngumo's areas of expertise and experience are leadership consulting, leadership development, and strategy. He has a keen interest in technology and innovation.
My name is Mwangi Ngumo. I'm currently in Opticom, the chairman of the advisory board. The work of the advisory board is just to do exactly that. That is to assist the team inside, come up with the better products to address the industry, think a lot about the future, and come up with solutions about future security problems.
Can you share your insights on the role of leadership in driving innovation and growth within the security and safety industry?
Innovation is about the future. It's about changing the way things are today. Therefore, you must have a capacity to imagine how they will look like tomorrow. Try to create the problems of tomorrow today. So innovation is how you can bring people together so that they constantly ask themselves, what are the trends? How are things happening now? How are people solving today's problems? How should they solve them in the future? And then try to create solutions for them to adopt into that future. So that is leadership. When you start thinking about tomorrow, you are not satisfied about today. Leadership is about how do we improve such that tomorrow will be better than today. That's where leadership comes in. You can't have leadership only talk about today. You cannot have leadership only talk about what has happened. You can only have leadership when you ask yourself, what is likely to happen? And how shall we become relevant in tomorrow's world?
How do you approach developing and implementing strategic initiatives to ensure Opticom stays ahead in the market?
We do like the normal things. We sit down and we ask ourselves, what are the trends? What's going on in this area? What are people likely to do? What are the emerging challenges in the area of safety and security? At work, at home, even in the industry. What is happening? Where is the world going into? Are there some emerging concerns? How are we addressing those emerging concerns? So then the team will develop some kind of a package. That package, we have to pilot it. We have to go and test it out in the market. We have to talk to customers, and then we refine it, and then we start telling them, we think if you approach your security issues this way, you are likely to make better progress.
Given your experience in leadership consulting, what strategies do you believe are essential for fostering a culture of excellence and innovation within Opticom?
A culture of excellence reflects how somebody thinks about themselves. If you are somebody who is content with small things, you actually just do not become excellent. You must be somebody who challenges yourself, who thinks that if I am able to jump 1 foot today, tomorrow I should jump 1.5 feet, and so on. So excellence comes in when you try to do something better than you have been doing it, and then improving on that one on a continuing basis. And there is no end to excellence, because you see, there is also a consumer to excellence. So when your customers get used to your excellence, they demand more. So if yesterday you're offering them a certain product within 1 hour, tomorrow they don't want you to regress to 2 hours. They want you to go to 30 minutes, from 30 minutes to 10 minutes, from 10 minutes to real time. Yeah. So excellence is continuous improvement and ensuring that every time we are not satisfied with what we have. We want to improve it, because also our customers' expectations continue to rise.
How do you see technology shaping the future of security and safety solutions, particularly in the context of Opticom's offerings?
Anything that relies on just pure human capacity can get very weak because of general human weakness. Sometimes a human being is not feeling well. Sometimes a human being is not motivated. He's in a bad mood, or he has fallen sick, and so on. So you have to find a formula in which you continue to leverage on technology so that the technology covers the human weaknesses. So progressively, you will have more technological interventions and less human. Obviously, there will be no time that we shall get rid of the human element. But the good security systems of the future will be those ones whose bedrock is actually technology.
Could you highlight some recent technological advancements or innovations that Opticom has adopted to enhance its services?
Or there are many I can think of offhand, but the main one I think currently is the Askari program, which actually is trying to ensure that the security labor force is operating optimally. So that if you have some workers, some labor people, some guards, they are doing the work they were hired to do, and they are getting better results than just if they were not having that technology. The SCARI, again, I think it is going to the future, is a program that can be made available to nearly everybody because of the cost structure, but it can also be an item that can improve general security in the country.
With your interest in technology, how do you ensure Opticom remains at the forefront of incorporating cutting-edge technology into its security solutions?
To remain ahead and continuously to remain ahead, you have to think in terms of what are your core competencies, what are your key strengths, where are you best at, and focusing on what you are best at. Opticom is based on technology, on how you can leverage it to improve security. It is also good at how security systems and processes can be integrated so that each is supporting the other. Now, if Opticom people, the staff, continue to emphasize on that, they become the leaders in that industry. They will become the consultants in that industry. They will become the advisors in that area. But if they start copying other people's work, they will always be like number two, number three. So to be ahead, you must choose where you are going to be strong at and be the best in that line.
Having been involved in various leadership roles, including CEO positions, what lessons have you learned that you apply to your advisory role at Opticom?
One thing is we have to learn to run as fast as we can, because every day changes are happening out there, and those changes, we must be ahead of those changes. Because if, let's say, things are changing faster in the outside world than they are changing inside Opticom, we shall be caught. So we must always be faster in the internal changes than the external changes. So how do we make sure that we are ahead of the game? That is by reading more, by experimenting more, by encouraging people to think better and to look at every solution and give it some sufficient time and space for it to grow.
How does Opticom leverage its extensive industry expertise and international reach to tailor solutions for its diverse client needs?
It's just to strengthen itself. What you learn from what's going on in other places, you try to improve on what they themselves are doing and try to bring it back into the market. So it's a continuous learning process. Because remember I said, customers' expectations keep on rising. So you cannot offer the same product in the same way you're offering it last year. You have to make sure that, because the customers are going to demand more and more, that you are also learning more and more, you are experimenting more and more, and you are following, you are in touch with the market, so that any changes are brought back, any lessons learned are brought back to improve your processes.
Can you share a particular challenging project or client situation that Opticom successfully navigated, and what were the key factors contributing to its success?
Well, Opticom has got out of a successful episode that it has gone through, a good track record of what it has done. It has encountered problems. All problems are specific to a customer. Because we custom tailor our solutions. So what might be good for one person may not be good to the other. Sometimes you find a client who also keeps on wanting to change the goalposts. And sometimes you already have incurred some cost in doing so. You have to manage that process. Then there are other customers that give you full responsibility. Once you agree on the deliverables and you are giving the reports that they want, they are quite happy to keep doing their part in paying you for your costs and so on. So the biggest challenge is actually how to ensure that the customer's expectations are continuously addressed, because they keep on changing and they keep on rising. Where we have not been doing well could be like where there are changes in the management or the leadership of a company. Sometimes you find that if there is a new leadership, sometimes they want to revisit everything and review everything. So the business continuity is a bit affected. But where we have been having the same people that we negotiated with, we have been able to sort out most problems together.
How does Opticom leverage its extensive industry expertise and international reach to tailor solutions for diverse clients' needs?
We always start by saying, you see, it is not what we want, it's what the customer wants. And when you're looking for the customer, you offer them what they want, not what you wanted. And the example you have given ourselves here is that the example of somebody going to fish. That is somehow, even if you yourself, you like sausages, the fish don't like sausages. The fish like worms. So you don't go giving fish sausages. You go giving them worms. So if you want to succeed in business, always ask yourself, what is it that the customer wants? And can I supply to him what he wants at the fairest possible price and at the quickest possible moment?
Opticom prides itself on exceptional customer care. How do you ensure that Opticom maintains a customer-centric approach while delivering cutting-edge safety and security solutions?
It is similar to what I said. It is continuous learning. And continuous learning helps you to improve the processes, simplify the processes, so that they cost less and they are more useful to the customer. The customer does not want to pay more money, but he wants to get a better service. So how do you continue giving the customer better service at the same cost or even at a lower cost? That is the innovation.
What measures does Opticom take to ensure that its solutions remain cost-effective without compromising on quality or customer satisfaction?
We don't prepare solutions in advance. We don't ask anybody to tell us their problems. We come and find out the problems. You go and see the problems. We go and assess, and together with the client, design a program that can suit them. So that way there is no competition, because we are addressing the problems as explained to us by the client.
As the chair of the board of advisors, what is your vision for the growth and development of Opticom?
The future growth for Opticom is ensuring that there is sustainable continuity in innovation, that it is the one which is the key reference point to many other companies. That when companies are thinking about security, the first name that comes into their mind is Opticom. When a company wants to do a building, they want to construct something, the first person that they should think about should be Opticom, together with OptiSafe. If a company wants to do real monitoring, virtual guarding systems, the first name that should come to their mind should be OptiWatch under Opticom. What this means is this: the moment the customer decides that you seem to have the best view of an issue, they will consult you first. And that means that you always get the first right of refusal to do a job. They will ask you, unless you're overcharging them, can you tell us about how much it will cost us? Yeah. So if you can ensure that we are the first people to be asked, and that our prices are competitive, continuously competitive, and that we are offering better services than are available in the market for the equivalent money, then we are there to stay.
How does Opticom stay agile and adaptable in response to emerging security and safety challenges and changing client needs?
Adaptability is being more responsive. And more responsive is actually asking ourselves, what is bothering our clients today? And then getting a solution for them. As long as we are answering to the problems of our customer, we shall always be relevant. Unless we are answering the issues that they have raised, unless we are able to point out the way into the future for their businesses, unless we can show them that when they partner with us, they have less headache worrying about security, but they have got more time to worry about their own products, then we are relevant. One of the issues that we have in this country is that we have employees, senior employees, like MDs, CEOs, general managers, always thinking about somebody is going to steal, somebody is going to come in the break at night, somebody is going to be a terrorist to come with a gun. So they don't even sleep, they don't even focus on doing the things that they know best, because they are worrying about external forces. If Opticom can help them to manage that external threat, then they will have more energy and more time to handle their own products and their own services.
What opportunities do you see for Opticom to expand its services or penetrate new markets in the coming years?
The opportunity is that safety is a global issue. And although sometimes security issues mutate into new areas and so on, whatever is good here in Kenya is good also for Uganda. Whatever is good in Uganda is also good in DRC. We are now going to the East African community. We are now doing work in Zambia. We are doing work in Kigali. We are doing work in Ethiopia. It actually means that by becoming relevant in an African context, then you actually become the global leader in the field of security. Africa is virgin in terms of security. There is no place, no part of this continent which does not need the service that we offer. The question is, do they know that we are there? Do they know we are able to offer those services? Have we talked to them? Whom did we talk to? When was that? And are we following up on that? Once we create that and we create the brand new, we improve the visibility, yes, then you'll find people asking, can you come we talk? Can you come we talk? With innovation, there is no end. Continuous improvement means that what I did yesterday and what I'm doing today are different. But the whole aim is to make today better than yesterday and to make tomorrow better than today. If you focus on making tomorrow better, you are in business and you'll be there forever.